Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs Show. Happy Saturday afternoon. I believe my mic is working now. So, fingers crossed it stays working. So apologies for the muck up the first time around. But I hope we're all okay. Hope we're all right. I hope the weekend is treating us all as well as it possibly can. Yes. In this video, though, so I'm having to redo my whole intro again. In this video, we are talking about Murillo from Nottingham Forest, a bit of an update on that one. We're talking about Argentina reports with Lo Celso and Jacob Ramsey. We're talking about Fulham's interest in Pierre Hojbjerg and a new Backroom staff member hired. So plenty to talk, plenty to get into. Just want to say that if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. By the looks of things, we can hear me, yeah? Glad you got your voice sorted. Cheers, John. Appreciate that. Hey, Mark. Hey, Sun Knight. Hey, Madsy. It wasn't me. Well, yeah, the 1 minute long wasn't a lot, was it? Hey, Van Gogh. Hey, Donna. Dan Spurs. How are we all? Thank you, Donna. Poker was good last night, James. It was very, very good. Cheers, MVR. Yeah, poker was good. A lot of beginner's luck for other people is all I would sum it up as. Ding dings. Second round. Appreciate that, Callum, mate. How are you? Right, so let's jump in. Let's talk some stuff because I'm already delayed by it all. So let's talk the Jacob Ramsey situation. So if you're not really aware of what the situation has been, it's obviously we had a report, a couple of weeks ago saying that Spurs had sort of had an interest in Jacob Ramsey, potentially have even made a bid of 20 million plus a Celso, but obviously being rejected. Villa want to hold on to him. That's kind of the backstory. So TYC Sports put out a little bit. I'm going to skip through a lot of the rubbish, but basically said the Spurs and Villa are in negotiations and a swap will soon be agreed. Jacob Ramsey would move to London while Lo Celso would be part of the payment towards Villa, in addition to a sum of £19 million. So I was thinking about this because, I think a lot of people are upset about, giving Lo Celso over to them, which kind of maybe shows that there are people that do quite like Lo Celso. I quite rate Lo Celso, but I also rate players that can at least play a couple of games a month. We don't get that enough from Lo Celso. And look, if Lo Celso didn't have injury issues, I can guarantee you that guy would be given a new contract at Spurs because he'd have played so much last season. He'd been so crucial. But, we can't truly depend on him. And that's a sad state of affairs, I know, but we can't truly depend on him. So therefore, bringing in someone who is somewhat more dependable is a smart move. Now, is Ramsey the right move? That's a whole nother question. But he's homegrown, and it does make an effort into that situation. Also, he does suit Ange's system. The fact that he can play in an 8, a 10, a left mid. He can play a few different positions, so that's always a thing. Calafrioti Arsenal, yeah, 40 plus add-ons, isn't it? Ramsey interests me. But knowing Lo Celso's going the other way worries me because we know the quality he does have. Yeah, but Ollie, it's one of those things is, he might have quality, but if he only offers you once a month, is it really worth it, Is Ramsey better than Bentancur? No, Bentancur is still our best midfielder, in my opinion. And that's genuinely how I feel. I want Ramsey because Ange wants it to be honest, not really exciting. Yeah, but sometimes the ones that are not really exciting always then end up, blowing you away a little bit. And I think that's one of those that can blow us away. Can Ramsey play as a 6? Probably not as much of a 6. Can get stuck in, but not as much of a 6 as he is an 8 or a 10 or even a left winger, So there's that. Oh, forgot to say as well, probably about 2 hours, 15 minutes from now, we'll be doing the watch along for the QPR game. So join me in just over 2 hours time for the QPR game. Little laid back watch together, little chill, little chat. Join me. It'll be on this channel, so don't worry. Does the Ramsey deal mean that McTominay deals off? I bloody hope so, Kookaburra. I bloody hope so. Ramsey's as a alternative? I'm not sure. So yeah, there's a little bit on Ramsey. So moving on. Sorry, some of it's on my phone, hence why I'm looking down at the same time as looking at you, all right? Let's do the staff edition. So Transfer Ground Guru put out that's former FC Bayern head of academy scouting, Max Legath, has joined Tottenham as a first-team scout. Spurs are trying to build a world-class scouting and insights department under Johan Lang. hey, I mean, look, every little helps. I guess you would sum that up as, but can that guy play left back? Can he play centre back? Because we need those, And I'm only joking. Obviously, I actually quite like the hire. Any time you can stack out, the scouting system, all that sort of team that work with Lang and Rob McKenzie quite a lot. I'm all for. But yeah, I know how it comes across to a lot of other fans, kind of being like, "Oh, can we just buddy buy someone?" We're now late June. We're late July basically, and we've signed Timo Werner. And I guess you could say Bergvall in there as well, and Archie Gray. And Timo is an easy loan deal. It's not a hard one to do. And Bergvall was basically sorted in January. So I get why people were a bit annoyed. And look, I'm still going to be patient. I'm still going to be waiting. I'm still going to be, seeing how things develop. But let's be honest, we have our first game on tour in a week today. We've got to have someone on. We've got to have someone new going to that bloody tour. We have to have someone new, at least someone. We were under the impression we were going to sign 2 to 3 players. Between sort of last week, this week, and next week. Well, they've got the busiest of all weeks to be able to sign 2 or 3 players next week, and that's not going to happen. Naciolini's in. There you go. Thanks, Don. I appreciate that. Packed as a 4 times on EAFC. Surely that's a sign. You're still the ultimate team, MVR. You're a brave person. I mean, saying Archie Gray, what is this? But then signing Lenny Yoro for 60 million when he had 1 year left on his deal shows that Ineos haven't really improved or changed anything. They're still the Glazers' little puppets. I like signings of younger prospects, but at the same time, I think we're losing a bit of experience in the side. Well, no, there's still lots of experience in the side, and the players that we're talking about that maybe doesn't have as much experience, they get another year experience in the Prem. You get Van der Ven with a second year, you get Dogi with a second year, Vicario with a second year. There's still quite a lot of experience in that Spurs side. You'd be surprised. Johnson's had a couple of years in the Prem now. Porro's had a couple of years now. Pape's had a couple of years now. Basuma's had many years in the Prem. Maddison, Sonny, they've all got plenty of experience. Richarlison, Ramsey and Eze are 2 competitive players. Ramsey is more of a Gallagher type player. Yeah, I would probably agree with that, Van Gogh, mate. Yeah. I thought Eze would debut today at Loftus Road. That would have been perfect, Callum. Callum, are you going to that game? I think I remember you saying you were going to that game. I could be wrong. You let me know. So anyway, moving on to a little bit of Murillo news. So from the Athletics, obviously very good source before someone cries about it. The amount of people thought that I'd clickbaited the other day when I talked about Gyökeres was absolutely adorable. It doesn't really work when I tell you the source and where it is. Then you can go look for it yourself, Yeah. It's adorable, really, the stupidity. Spurs have extensively scouted Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo. Nottingham Forest value him at 60 to 70 million. So no, thank you. And went into the summer believing selling the defender would represent their best chance at abiding to PSR. But that pressure has eased after selling others. To be honest, I like Murillo, but I do not like Murillo for 60 to 70 million. That is ridiculous money, I wouldn't buy Lenny Yoro for 60 million because I'm not an idiot. But also, this is another one that, I like Murillo. I think Murillo's a good defender. I don't like him for 60 to 70 million. Just not at all. Not at all. It's a position of, something that we don't exactly need compared to other positions. Like, yes, we need a centre-back. But we also need, another attacker. We also need another winger, another, a midfielder. We could probably do with another left-back. All these things we need. So I'm not going to spend. Then I wouldn't want I wouldn't want Spurs to spend, potentially a third to half of their budget on a position of something that you could get by with what you already have with Ashley Phillips and Ben Davies. He's not generational, lads. Chill out. Nobody wants Ramsey. I think there must be someone. I forgot that it was the QPR game today. Yeah, QPR game kicking off in 2 hours and 25 minutes. But yeah, we're doing a watch along, so join us. We need to focus on an attacker. Well, it's getting to the point where I'm like, I just think we need to start focusing on just getting players in. I don't care if it's a right back, a left back, or a centre mid. I just get someone in, Oh, you're not going to. Ah, that's a shame, Callum. It's a shame. That would have been a good game to go to. But yes, so I don't see the Murillo deal happening. I'm not as fussed about that one, if you know what I mean. Um, so I just want to bring up the Hojbjerg story as well. Interestingly, not. I've completely lost it. Hang on. Right. Yeah, I've got it. Sorry. It came from Football Insider saying that Fulham are readying a bid for Tottenham star. Well, star's a big word, but Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg after Man United knocked back a £17 million offer for Scott McTominay. Um, I mean, 17 million, I think Spurs would probably take 17, 20 million, something like that. I think Spurs would take, you know, he's better than McTominay as well. So it'd be an upgrade. Eze Tony Chiesa, then Richie sold for the 60 million, gives us a 60 million budget for a midfield and defence. Not the worst idea, Jessica. Would not mind. Tony Van Gogh says, yeah. Yeah. He's don't, Ollie. You're gonna spawn that devil in. Jess Spencer redemption arc is on full flow. Buy stocks now before it shuts soon. Well, let's see how today goes, Madsy. I've been on the David train since day one. Let's get him. Today, the Olmo release clause expires, right? Yes. I take 70 to 80 from a Saudi club for Richie and Emerson. Yep. Yeah. I'd probably say so. Jed Spence hopefully puts out another class performance today. Want the guy to prove himself. Rather get the Boxers FC striker than Tony. Jesus Christ. But yeah, look, if I'm honest, I could see Hojbjerg going to Fulham. I could see it a bit more now than ever. But if I'm honest, I think we'll probably see Hojbjerg going abroad. I don't know what's happening with Atletico Madrid and Conor Gallagher because obviously they are very much in the catbird seat for that one. But what about Dortmund? What about Milan? If Milan are somewhat cooling their interest in Emerson, maybe do they have the money for the Hojbjerg? I mean, Hojbjerg's going to cost something similar to Emerson in terms of value. So, yeah. Yeah, well, look, he'll still move. It's not an issue. I'm just trying to think of where, to be honest. I just really don't know. Personally, I don't want Hojbjerg to move anywhere besides the Bundesliga so that he would be coming home in a footballing sense. Yeah, but actually, Napoli's a shout, isn't it? Well, Napoli are working on Lukaku at the moment. So they sorted out Buongiorno. They signed someone else. I think they're trying to sort out the Lukaku deal, Lagaga. They're trying to sort out that deal. Is Hojbjerg potentially the deal after that? Because I mean, we're into sort of that mid to late July period. Maybe that's the move. Maybe that's what he's holding out for. Napoli's not a bad move, to be honest. They're definitely not getting smaller, Donna. It's the t-shirt. Apparently, Jed has had a much better attitude in training now than beforehand. Well, I haven't seen that personally myself, but if that's true, and he's come in with that attitude of no, I want to be here. I want Pedro Porro's spot, and that's I don't want the attitude of I just want to be here and or I'll feature a little bit. I want him to come in the attitude going, no, I want his spot. I want his starting position. That is a dangerous player in a good sense. I want someone to come in and look at Destiny Adogi's spot and go, no, I want that. That's mine. Looking at Mickey Van der Ven, looking at Romero going, I'll have that. Thank you very much. Makes our players who are already starting so much better. I mean, I thought Brandon Austin, looked for what he did against Hearts. I thought he looked solid as well. I think let's see a little bit more of him today against QPR. Maybe pushes Vicaria a little bit, and I have no issues with that. And also, if Brandon Austin does well, Spurs don't have any interest in going to get a backup keeper because they've got one there. We want someone to push Maddison, Sarr, Bissouma, whoever is starting midfield. We want that. I can see Hojbjerg at Dortmund or Napoli. Yeah, I could as well. Absolutely. I just saw that Martin Branthwaite is still on the books of Barcelona. That is bonkers. Fair play to the lad. If Pascal Gross doesn't go to Dortmund, I can 100% see them going for Hojbjerg. You could, couldn't you? He'd be a little bit more expensive than Gross because obviously Gross is in his early mid 30s. I think he's like 32, 33, isn't he? And I don't know how long his contract's left at Brighton, but Hojbjerg does give you an extra few years of on his side. Hojbjerg needs to go. He don't care. I can't see him play for the season. He won't. He will be sold, John. Don't worry. Any first team is back for today's game? Not as far as I'm aware. Not as far as I'm aware. Maybe Pape. Maybe that's the one that I'd go for. No, Don, I haven't. I think Jed knows that he needs to use his chance now because if he doesn't, he won't be Jed Spence. But Jesus Christ, Teddy. Really excited to see more of the youngsters. Want to see Lancashire start tonight, Van Gogh, mate. Tonight. It's in like 2 hours' time. It'll be mid-afternoon. But yeah, no, I do want to see more of him. I like Austin Spurs. Whiteman, I don't rate at all. Austin can play in the championship side, in my opinion. Well, that's good enough for a backup goalkeeper at the moment. Imagine Ange plays a 3-back would be great in my opinion. What, today? We haven't got many centre-backs, mate. Hopefully not today. Under 21s play as well against St Albans. Well, there you go. There you go, John. I didn't know that, so thanks for that. Helps out the stream. Not only have we a young backup keeper, we also have Fraser Forster at the club, and that's a very solid third-choice keeper. We have Fraser Forster there. Helps with the other keepers massively. Big up, everyone. Is the club really considering keeping Spence? It feels like he was almost out the door already. Well, look, they're giving him a go. They're giving him a go, Gary. And what he does with that is up to him. You know, if he rocks the boat in a good way, then Spurs will go, okay, maybe we don't need to sign a right back this summer. Maybe actually we won't go for, a Vanderson or a Carl Walker-Peters. Got Spence. Archie Gray will give us some support if we need, or Dragusin. So I was playing Football Manager earlier and I had to put Dragusin at right back for a bit. He doesn't really play there, and I don't really want to see Dragusin at right back. Dragusin. And Moore Phillips, he's not going to... Yeah, I want to see Moore Phillips. And he got it wrong. Espanyol are in Barcelona. He's still not... Oh, is he with Espanyol now, is he? Sorry. I didn't read the article. I just saw that he's going back to Barcelona, and I know he played there. Full team of midfielders. Again, playing out on another level. Well, I hope to see a little bit more of Phillips today. Like good 45, 60 minutes of Phillips, ideally. I think Lancashire starting today. Well, team news will be out in just over an hour. In my opinion, I can see Calafiori flopping. Usually happens with players bought for good Euros. Maybe that's my Spurs cap talking, though. I think it might be Spurs cap talking. When I saw that the contract of Spence was extended, I was a little confused, mate. Well, there you go. I think Valise going to cook today with 2 goals. Well, let's see. So, yeah, to give you an update, obviously, we will be live in probably about 2 hours from now, actually, about 2:45. We'll be doing the watch-along for the QPR game, so please join us for that. We watch them together. It's a chilled vibe, just to enjoy. Bring you summer fruit squash, obviously. I've got it back, by the way, lads. Panic averted. Don't worry anymore. We've got a restocking. We've got the restocking. It's back. I know you were all worried. I know the nation was mourning, but we're back. And we've got the summer fruit squash to go with it. Any advanced transfer updates? Not as such today, mate. Hope to see Bow starting today. I don't think he'll start, but I hope to get another 45 out of him. Have you seen Calafiori's hair? He's gonna got dreads. Oh, I didn't say that. That must be odd. Am I doing a watch along? I am done in about 2 hours' time. The squash is back. Where are we going to watch the game? Well, you can watch it on Spurs Play or any dodgy links, depending on who you are as a person. But you can join me on YouTube and I'll be chatting about the game. You won't see it on the channel, but I'll be chatting about it and you can watch along on your own screen as well as commenting here with me. Stay calm. Summer fruit squash is here. It is here. It's here. Les, Adventurous, it's here. Don't worry, lads. Don't worry. We're back to normal. Calafiori is a done deal to that lot. We are very close to Jacob Ramsey a deal, apparently. Well, that's what I talked about at the start with Jacob Ramsey. Nice one, Dollar. Golazo is good if you have a VPN. Well, there you go. I want to see Burbo and Gray play at the same time. I don't know. I don't know if they will. Because I think Ange is going to want to keep like the midfield 3 of... Like, if Sarr can play today, then he'll try and get Sarr into that team. Potentially, maybe in the second half with some of the youngsters. because maybe he's not fit enough to play a full 45 just yet. Maybe give him a half hour. Maybe, I don't know. Spurs always have way too many, like not in a good way. They have too many subs, but it just means players don't get a lot of game time for certain players. I'll rate Ramsey. Well, good. There you go, Robert. Good. Can I send a recommendation for a free option? If you send it on Instagram, I'll have a look at the Discord as well, Teddy. Let's do 2 and 1. How about that, mate? But anyway, thank you all very much for joining me. Back in 2 hours, do the watch along. Join me then on this channel, on the Inside Spurs channel. Thanks very much, everyone. And I'll see you all in a couple of hours. Take care and enjoy the rest of your afternoons.